Hey guys, today we're going to be looking at Leon Bridges and John Mayer's new song, the quarantine song, Inside Friend. It's a lot of fun to play. It's a great little smooth tune. We're starting on an A flat into a B flat up to an F, and then it's going to finish on an E flat, that little melodic phrase. Now this is on an E flat minor chord, so I guess you could just play the E flat. You could also play E flat octaves. You could also even try play an E flat minor, which is the G flat and the B flat as well. And if you are playing the E flat minor, I'd recommend dropping the octave E flat at the top here to a D flat, and that makes the 7th of the chord. So E flat, G flat, B flat, D flat. So with that melody, it goes like this. Okay? And if you're feeling like you really like that and want a little bit more color in that chord there, you can also add those same notes in your right hand. So especially that G flat, that B flat, and the D flat, I'd say those are the easiest to reach from there. So then that's going to sound like this. Okay, one more time. So, okay, so that's the little guitar intro. The other really quick thing I'd say about that one is on the very first two notes, you could also add the harmony notes underneath. So A flat, B flat, you could add an F and a G flat underneath. So like that. So. Okay. Cool, great start. So then we go into the D flat chord, which is the next chord, and it's actually got the same melody, and that's just the first time. After that, it kind of has a little melodic variation. So melody wise, we're going to go A flat, B flat, F, E flat again, but this time we're going to go in the left hand again, going through the different options. We can do a D flat, just octaves. You can do just the normal D flat by itself down here, D flat octaves. You can add the rest of this chord if you want to, which is an F and an A flat with the octave. And again, if you're going to do that whole chord, I'd recommend dropping this octave note here to a C to make the major 7. So that's a D flat major 7 chord. Okay, and that's going to be so. So again, through both of those there, E flat minor 7, and then we do the D flat. And then with the D flat major 7 there, we're going to do the exact same thing in the right hand. If you're feeling up to it, you can add those color notes here, F, A flat, C, and then a E flat. I'd actually probably leave out the C because I think that's sitting a little too close to the melody. I'm not sure that, I think it makes it a little bit cluttered up at the top of the chord there. So I'd do these two down the bottom. I like that. Cool. So that's just the guitar intro there. That's a really nice sound. Okay, next up we're going to look at the main hook of this song. It's got a really catchy melody there, and we'll have a look at this. So it's the "You Can Be My Inside Friend" line. I'll have the music pop up as I play this, so you can read along to the sheet music if you're confident reading. That melody goes A flat, B flat, D flat, F. That's the "You Can Be My," and then it's F, E flat. So there's two Fs. Sorry, 3 Fs on the inside friend, ending on the E flat. So cool. Again, same thing. We're playing the whole chord here in the left hand. If you aren't comfortable doing that, feel free to just do the E flat by itself, or E flat and G flat, or E flat octaves. It'll still sound great. It'll still have the harmonic bass there for it. And in the right hand, the same thing. If you're feeling really comfortable with this, then you can do the full chord in the right hand as well. So cool, so that's on the E flat minor 7. Then we've got a similar melody. I think it's not exactly the same, but it's very similar. So that's on the D flat chord, which is the... Okay, so instead of doing F 3 times, you do F once, then 2 E flats, and that's where the melody variates there. So that's A flat, B flat, D flat, F. Then it's E flat, D flat, ending on the D flat. Okay, so again, just to reiterate there, with the right hand, we can do that with just the melody, or if you want to, you can add the same notes that are in this chord here. Okay, so that's the... Okay, lovely. So that's the kind of main idea behind the chorus there. That's the main melodic part we'll be going through today. So leading into the verse here, this verse only has the 2 chords, like I mentioned before, just the E flat minor 7 into the D flat major 7. The melody kind of sits mostly around here. I'll give you a little sample of the melody. We won't go too in depth into that. Both Leon's verse and John's verse have a lot of kind of vocal, I guess, elaborations, and there's some really intricate stuff happening there melodically. So just on piano wise, I haven't condensed that into a single piano melody, but we can have a little jam through that just so you can have an idea of what that kind of sounds like. So okay, so then it ends that verse leading back into the chorus. It is a little bit jammy there through the verse, and I feel like if you are a really confident singer, you could just be playing the chords through there, through that verse. And then singing along with that. That's really cool. The only kind of thing I'd add there is perhaps just to give it some energy and some movement through there, you could have a bit of a left hand thing going down, because we're not using too much of that lower end yet, so we could maybe go. If that's something you feel really confident doing, then give that a try. You can just work on that slowly, but it's just using, again, the E flat and then the D flat, and then jumping down using the 5th of those chords. So a B flat for the E flat chord and A flat for the D flat chord. So we'll have a look at the next little bit now, which I think is the flute counter melody that kind of goes on at the end of John Mayer's verse. It just kind of comes in. It's pretty far back in the mix, but at the same time, it adds a lot of nice color to that song. So I just thought we'd have a look at that. It's starting on an E flat to an F in the right hand, then down to a B flat and C, then down to an E flat and F down the octave, and then an A flat and B flat to finish. And that's just all quavers in groups of 4. So and that's over the normal chords. So just continue with the normal chords in your left hand. Okay, so that's really nice. I think that really ties together that part of the arrangement really well. Just like I said, gives it a little bit of color, a little bit of flair, and that's really cool. And that leads nicely into the guitar solo. So just having a really quick look at the guitar solo. I haven't really properly transcribed this one. If there's any interest for me to do so, please say so in the comments. But I'll give you a rough idea of it. It is the same chords as the verse. It's a classic John Mayer guitar solo. It absolutely kind of is a good combination of shredding and just fitting the song perfectly. It's just so smooth. So the rough idea of it is something like this. Something like that. I think I've definitely lost it in the second half there, but those are kind of some of the elements of it there. Like I said, if there's any interest, please do say so in the comments, and I will transcribe that one. I can do another little video for that. Okay, great. So that's pretty much all the sections there. Like I said, because it's got the whole, the same chords going through the whole song, that would definitely give you a really rough outline of where you can go with that. The one thing I'd recommend on keys especially is practice a lot of those chords, the E flat minor 7 and the D flat major 7. Just practice them in different inversions, practice them different ways. That way you can kind of have a lot of fun with jamming with this one. When I was kind of listening to it to kind of work it out so I could do this tutorial, I reckon there was about 3 or 4 times at least where I just kind of got carried away jamming with the song because it's just so much fun. So just lose yourself to it. It's such a cool piece. It's so much fun to play. The last thing I will say is I do like that idea of in the chorus using a kind of octave in the right hand melody thing. So cool, so that's the kind of idea. Like I said, just please have some fun with it. Let me know what you think in the comments. Please like, share, subscribe. I'd love to keep doing this kind of thing. I'm really thankful to Leon and John for putting out such a cool quarantine song, definitely keeping us all entertained during these dramatic times. Thank you all for your support, and I'll see you next video. Cheers.